Let's go right from there to thoughts on posture. What is good posture in a golf swing? Well, good posture certainly is determined by the angle of the knees, the angle of the middle body, and the hang of the upper body, as the arms drop away from the body. That's where the club should fit. You back away from the 5-iron because of its angle, holding it slightly off the ground here in this case, and swing, assuming that you have good balance. You're towards the balls of the feet, okay? That's a very athletic position, towards the balls of the feet. There's good bend, there's good upper body hang. Now, what's going to happen in the golf swing to this particular posture setup? Absolutely nothing. It's going to remain the same throughout. That posture will remain the same. I did not stand up on my backswing, nor do I drop on my follow-through and my hit. Nothing changes. Once I establish the posture, I turn around that posture. Think about the right knee. The right knee is key. It stays very, very solid there, and you turn around that. You turn your hips back as you go back, and you turn the left hip around as you go forward, okay? So you turn your back to the target and your sternum to the target. What is that? Back to the target, sternum to the target. That's centrifugal force, isn't it? That's the way we started this whole conversation. Well, practice is sort of an ugly word in any sport, but if you're going to play golf and you expect to play golf reasonably well, then you must practice. So what do I do when I use my Perfect Swing Trainer to practice? What do I expect to get out of my swing trainer? I expect to get good feelings out of this machine, and I'll tell you, I've called it a muscle memory machine, and I really believe it's that. It's also an audio machine of sorts, because as I take the club and I run it down the plane, down the PVC pipe, if you will, I hear that club, don't I? And I hear it at a given speed going back, and I hear it increase going through. So that gives me automatic feedback, doesn't it? It tells me that the backswing is nice and slow and very controlled. As I make the transition from the end of the backswing to the start of the downswing, staying on the plane, I hear the speed of the club increase. That gives me very good feedback. I recommend highly now that you use a 3/4 turn, all right? As opposed to taking the club way up top, getting off the plane of the machine, going below parallel. Take a 3/4 swing. Just take the club back under control, just above your shoulder, and then from there, learn to appreciate the most important and the toughest thing to learn in golf, and that is the transition from the end of the backswing to the start of the downswing. So many times what happens is a guy gets to the top of his golf swing and he starts with his hands running out. That's called a round or throwing it from the top, all those sorts of terms that you've heard before. You need to learn to feel, and that's what the Perfect Swing Trainer does so very well. Feel that it's okay to take the club there and then just drop it right straight back down on that same plane. Get the club to the top and drop it inside. It almost feels like it goes real inside. It does slightly, but not a lot. But that's the feeling. Again, feeling. That is the feeling of the Perfect Swing Trainer. Take the club to the top and drop it and pull through. That's what you're going to get out of practicing. It's a rotation, it's a feel. We feel the hips turning, we feel our body going with the club. The best players in the world, what do? They hold this club in the address position and they turn. There's no flipping, there's no running away from the swing plane, the swing trainer. They turn. They literally push their left shoulder down on that club face as they start to turn. It's like a rod almost was extended from here to that club face. And they push back, push back, push back. And then there's a rotation as the club opens up, and there we are. Remember our white paper on the front of the face? Look at that face, absolutely square. The foot joy on the top of this glove has come to the top. So I've turned, my back is to the target, my right hip has turned, I'm 3/4, I drop and accelerate through and stand up. These are practice habits, these are things that you will learn as you use your swing trainer, and you're going to be a better golfer for it. In your swing trainer package now, you received these exercise bands. I hope you applied them, put them on the machine, because they're very, very helpful in learning to build the necessary muscles and, again, necessary feelings in golf. Holding the left band in my hand, holding on to the club, will further illustrate that as I move this motion, remembering that rod pushing on the face, if I remember that motion and I put this exercise band on and I pull away and pull away, what do I feel? Boy, I feel the muscles in my arm, I feel the muscles in my back, I feel the muscles in this leg helping me go back and helping me establish a good position, a good turn. I also feel that it is mandatory that I make a weight shift to the right side, because if I stayed on the left side and tried to make the turn, it just wouldn't work. So it's mandatory that I make a weight shift to the right side to help me make the best turn I can. Now, by holding that position, I'm feeling some definite strain there. We talked about muscle memory, didn't we? If you will take this club, put the exercise band on, turn around and hold that for 10 or 15 seconds. Come back down to the bottom, take the band off, put your hand on the club, and start to turn back. You'll find that the club just goes right away from you. Because you've had all that tension pulling back this way, when you put your hands on the club, it just slides right into that position. Very, very good exercise strap. Now, what do we learn with the right hand? Well, we learn, again, the feel. What does it feel like when we are trying to apply in the downswing, trying to apply some force? How do I apply force to hit a golf ball? Well, if I go ahead and swing through, where do I feel this pressure? Okay? Well, I feel certainly that I had to establish a good, solid left side, didn't I? Because if that left side were bent, or I had driven across the left side or fallen off balance, this exercise band wouldn't let me do that. So I've established the fact that as I hit at the bottom, I straighten the left leg, I turn the hips around, and the right side, the right leg, and the right arm, and the back are applying a lot of force in there, a lot of hit in there. When you hold that angle, the tension increases. You feel all those muscles pulling. I'm on very good balance, however. I'm on the balls of my feet. My right heel's off the ground, but that's a natural follow-through. I take that strap off, my hand, drop it, make that same little motion, and the club just wants to race through. It wants to race through. Your right side wants to turn around. The left side wants to straighten up and assume a good body position, a good body posture. Use these exercise straps. There's a reason we put them on there, and that's to help you. Golf's a fun game, and there's no better way to have fun playing than to play well. That's what the Perfect Swing Trainer is for. Now, the Perfect Swing Trainer is to help you get good feelings about your game. We constantly see on tour, don't we? We constantly see and hear guys talking about, well, yesterday I had this feeling. Yesterday I felt like the club was here. Well, today I'm telling you that that's what the Perfect Swing Trainer is all about. It is about feelings. It's feeling that the club glides very nicely in the backswing and glides right along that path again on the follow-through. Use your swing trainer. Use it a lot. Practice. 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, you'll be absolutely amazed. Don't forget, too, that this swing trainer doesn't have to be outdoors on the practice tee as we are here. It can be indoors. I have one in my garage as well. It can be in your office. You know, bother everybody. Why not? It can be in your office. Have fun. Enjoy the game. Use your Perfect Swing Trainer. It works.